Welcome back to the channel, and what a game it was as the Edmonton Oilers walk away with a 5-2 win over the LA Kings to solidify third spot in the Pacific Division. And this game, Jack said it best during the game. It felt like a playoff game. It until the end of the game where it was 1-1, 2-2. It was a close game, hard to get inside to score, and I loved it. I loved watching this game. Of course, there were a few mistakes. I'll get to that in a minute. But this game overall was really good. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Warren Foegele, and Derek Ryan. This line is coming out of nowhere. Never thought those three would be playing together. They are, and they are showing up for the Edmonton Oilers as of right now. Good for them. Talking about Nugent Hopkins, while he was injured, the Oilers were 1-5-1. He comes back, the Oilers are 7-2-1 in their last 10 with him in the lineup. He has 9 points, so that just shows you what Ryan Nugent Hopkins means to this Edmonton Oilers club. Now, saying that, there were some mistakes that I didn't like this game. Uh, Four of them were by Mike Smith. He played a hell of a game, don't get me wrong, but he did ice the puck twice. He did let a weak one in because he went and gave it away. And then the other one, I can't remember. Maybe it was only three. But other than that, he came up with huge saves and whatnot throughout the game to keep the Edmonton Oilers in it. And ultimately, the Edmonton Oilers are playing like how they did at the start of the season when we were 16-5. Depth scoring, really good goaltending, and hopefully they can keep it together. I'm not going to say Jay Woodcroft's going to come in and now the Oilers are going to win their next 30-some games. It's the NHL, not going to happen. But he came in and gave this team an identity. Warren Foegele said it the best this morning. The team knows what they have to do and understands how they need to play. And I felt like that was a shot to Dave Tippett, as maybe Dave Tippett lost the team when coaching, and Jay Woodcroft has come in, and you could tell on the bench he's happy. He's talking to the players. He's giving them pat on the backs if they do something good. Dave Tippett just stood there with a grin on his face and never did this. I think Jay Woodcroft has came in and changed the complexity of this team, and with the help of Dave Manson with these defense, he knows what they're doing, and you could tell our defense has gotten tighter and better over the last three games. Now, before we get into the game stats and stuff, if any of you guys watched the post-game interviews, any of you guys notice Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was wearing Derek Ryan's jacket? It said number 10 on there. I thought it was kind of funny. But let's get into the stats here. As it was 1-0 for the Kings for a bit until Connor McDavid puts in his 25th, assisted by Puljujärvi. And then in the third period, that's when all the goals started happening. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, assisted by Foegele and Ryan. Philip Deneau scores to make it 2-2. And then a great forecheck by Evander Kane. Leon Draisaitl comes, picks the puck up in front to Kyler Yamamoto. He pops his ninth of the campaign. And then LA would pull their goalie, and Zach Hyman would get an empty netter with Connor McDavid and Tyson Barrie with the assist. But they would keep the net empty, and Evander Kane would pop his third of the season, assist by CC. At the end of the game, Cal Peterson had 24 saves on 27 shots, and Mike Smith saved 30 of the 32 that went his way for a .938 save percentage. And Mike Smith played one hell of a game. Other than those icings and stuff, he came up, and Nuge said it the best. He came up when the Edmonton Oilers needed him. And it was a great all-team effort. And now we're third. We're back in the playoff hunt. Let me check. and Calgary did win today, so we'll see where they're at. But Calgary plays tomorrow against Anaheim. Anaheim is in Edmonton Thursday, so that will be their back-to-back coming against the Red Hot Oilers team as of late, 7-2-1, and this team is enjoyable to watch. And it's not, I guess at the beginning of the season, the power play had a huge part in that winning. Lately, the power play has been actually pretty cold, but Edmonton is now turning and finding ways to win games without the power play, and that is huge for the Edmonton Oilers. And it comes down to the depth at center with McDavid, Dry, and Nuge, and all the supporting cast around them. Evander Kane, Hyman, Yamo, Fogel's getting in there, Ryan. Everyone's playing their game, and we even seen Ryan McLeod up with Draisaitl for a bit today, and I love seeing that. But that is the end of, this post game. Great win, 5-2 win for the Edmonton Oilers as they move to third place in the Pacific Division. Next up is the Anaheim Ducks on Thursday, and let me get the time for you for that game, and that is a 7 o'clock start, a bit earlier. If you guys are bored tomorrow night, Women's Canada gold medal game versus the States should be a good one. I'll catch you guys later on. Stay safe.